Hi everyone, welcome to the Millionaire Purpose Discovery Program. My name is Blessing Theophilus Israel. Now today it gives me great pleasure to invite Andrew Boateng to come and speak with you about his purpose. You see, Andrew is actually an FA qualified coach. Andrew, that's amazing.
It is, yeah. It's been a long time in the making, but I finally decided that this was my purpose in life. From playing football from a very young age, I played for many teams, pro teams, semi-pro teams, county, and loads of different at different levels. So, as I said, semi-pro teams and district as well. So I've been around football for many years and everything that goes with it, at all the different levels. So I thought it was definitely sort of time to give something back to the community and help youngsters sort of progress and get on in a field that is quite difficult to progress through, because there's so many thousands of young kids that vying for, there's probably quite a limited amount of spaces at the top clubs. So I know when I was growing up, there wasn't as much support out there as there is these days. So you'd have to travel to, games by yourself. Your parents might not always be watching you on the sidelines, etc. You'd have to deal with the managers and coaches yourself. Whereas now you do get a lot of parents that do, travel with the kids and speak for them. You get agents and things involved that do all the dealing, etc. So I know that it is quite a difficult task to sort of manage those things, especially when you're young and sort of impressionable. So this is one of the reasons why I got involved in coaching, so I can help the youth that may not have access to these sorts of services and facilities to kind of to get on in the field.
Sure, thank you very much. What would you say your main purpose is regarding these young people?
My main purpose is definitely to help them sort of grow and develop, not only in a technical side, so with the skills, etc. Obviously I coach them with that because I've done the FA level 2 sort of coaching course, which also sort of teaches you a lot about life skills as well. It gives you, I think, modules on child protection as well, and first aid, etc. So you get different sort of elements out of it. But I guess the main thing that I get out of this is that I definitely like to sort of develop kids in terms of their technical skills, but also their personal sort of well-being as well. So that angle is definitely one that's very important, because some kids don't have the support that others do. They come from a variety of backgrounds, because football's a global game. You come from all different walks of life. There's all different ages that are playing it. And for example, some kids may excel in the classroom, whereas others only have sport, but that may not necessarily be recognised in the classroom. So they might be viewed as, kids that are troublesome, they have ADHD, excess energy that's not being sort of channeled in the right directions. So as a football coach, one of my roles and purposes is to kind of, identify these types of kids and youth and help them to sort of channel their energies and make sure that they use it positively, rather than going out there and doing things in the street, etc.
Sure.
Because they may be discouraged from classroom activities by always being labelled as, the bad person in a bunch, whereas really they have other talents.
Sure, thank you. So, Andrew, how would you say you came to discover that this is like your God-given purpose? Because I think in life, we all explore different things, and sometimes you get to the place where you think, oh yes, this is what I'm actually meant to be doing. This is why I'm here. So what would you say happened for you? How did you actually come to discover that this is your main purpose in life?
Well, I guess I've always sort of had it in me in terms of that sort of helping people. I mean, I grew up in an African environment. So my parents are from Ghana. We went to church a lot, and it was always about helping people and sort of giving back to the community. And I guess I had coaches that were very influential and very helpful in me and my sort of career going through the football sort of ranks, etc. And I always sort of, in the back of my mind, always had a kind of feeling that one day yeah, you know, if I didn't become, you know, a renowned professional myself, I would go into this sort of field and help people. And also having a son as well, who's also very sort of active in the football arena, has also inspired me to, you know, help him, because I manage one of the teams that he plays for as well. So that definitely inspired me to seek this purpose.
Excellent. And Andrew, what challenges have you really had to overcome in order to be able to do what you're doing? Because I know that, you know, you have to live, you've got a family, you have to take care of them.
Yes.
And yet what you're doing is very, you know, it's just very noble. And sometimes trying to balance the daily living and the cost of daily living and doing something as noble as you're doing can be a challenge. So really in your journey, what kind of challenges have you had to overcome in being able to discover that purpose and then walk in that purpose?
Obviously there are normal challenges that you have in life, but with this sort of profession that you go into, there's the study element, because you have to do the coaching courses, etc. And it's fitting it around work if you're working at the same time. That's probably been the main challenge. And obviously family life, because you have to make quite a lot of sacrifices as a football coach. Nobody sees the other side where you have to, you know, on a rainy kind of September morning, there might be hailstones or snow, and you're wheeling goals out and putting balls in bags and setting cones out for training drills, etc. And then you're traveling to games with kids and coordinating the parents on, you know, WhatsApp groups and things, and making sure that you've got the right amount of players, the right equipment, sort of all the medical equipment on standby. And sometimes if you're not at a very big club with loads of resources, a lot of it falls on yourself to, you know, to manage these sort of things. So there's always been challenges like that. And of course, if you've got a family as well, then family time comes into play. So people want to do things at the weekend as well, and you just have to juggle loads of different things at once to make sure that everyone is sort of happy.
So Andrew, what advice would you give to other people who are watching this program and they're really keen to discover their purpose? Maybe they have a passion in football or in football coaching, but they just don't know what that purpose is. What advice would you give to them about how to find their purpose in your particular field?
Okay, I would always say stick to, you know, your guns in terms of what makes you tick. So what makes you happy? What do you feel comfortable doing? What would you like to do ideally in life is what I would say. That's how you should sort of seek your purpose. So if you're in a job that, you know, is a 9 to 5 and you're just kind of going through the mundane sort of day-to-day routines, then and you don't really feel comfortable in it, and you feel that you're just passing the time, treading water, then I would say that you definitely need to look to the activities that inspire you and make you feel sort of happy and grounded, and then try and carve out a career somehow in that field. I mean, there's always a way, you know, that you can progress in these fields. So I think that's the main sort of message, to just kind of stick to what you feel happy with in yourself.
Okay, excellent. And really, any final advice or message from you to our students? Because our students are really keen to just find their purpose. So is there anything else that you would like to share with them that maybe we haven't covered in the questions, please?
I would just say never give up, always persevere with, you know, what you feel is right for you. So as the saying always goes is, winners never quit and quitters never win. So always stick to your guns, and no matter what, you know, is thrown at you, what people say that you can't do, you can do it, okay? So I would just say continue to persevere with your life goals always. Now involved in a football project, which is, it's called Need More Football, in fact, and we're rolling out, it's a social media channel, and we're at the early stages of it at the moment. We're building content for the site, and the idea again is to help youths who haven't really got that much exposure, so up and coming players who may not have got professional contracts yet, or in academies, or even at grassroots level still. What we do is we interview them, showcase some of their skills, etc., and they have a chance to kind of showcase that on our media platform. It's called Need More Football, and you can reach me by email, just andy@needmorefootball.com. That's probably one of the best ways to reach me.
Excellent. Thank you very much, Andrew.
It's been a pleasure.
Thank you.
Thank you, Kristen.